Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. Like that.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/TV. And available wherever podcasts can be found.
Yeah, that's right.
We're in the audio. Look, if you like Spotify, we're there.
Yeah.
If you like CastBox, we're there.
Stitcher, we're there.
Apple iTunes app, we are there.
All of them, I think.
That's right. And, of course, we're on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it. If you always want it, man, we got some fun stuff coming up. Maybe tomorrow, I want you to be able to, really do a job. Do a good job on it.
Oh, it's be ready tomorrow.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
If it's not,
No, it'll be ready tomorrow.
we've got something else in the can, but we got something really fun tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Well, best of can go up tomorrow.
Yeah, no, but I really want the draft or mock drafts to go up tomorrow.
Oh, wow. You just outed it.
Yeah, why not? we
got
were saying we were going to do it.
We got ourselves a draft.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
We just got to shoot the rest of stuff today, and I got nothing to do. There's no wrestling to watch tonight.
I know I gotta
After the kids go to bed, I got nothing to do.
I gotta go to Spirit Halloween store. Are you gonna go with me today?
Yeah, I might get some. Try to find some glasses.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be using my glasses if you want to use my glasses.
No, I want something different.
Okay, cool. So anyways, yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up tomorrow. And
now that I say that, something will happen. I won't be able to do it. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know exactly. So let's just dive into this. Coming off of Hell in a Cell, the most controversial, I would think, WWE pay-per-view
There's the one where the lights went out.
of the year.
Oh, the year. Sorry.
Was that even? Yeah, that was it in your house.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
in your house where the lights
That
went out.
didn't really count.
And they had to do it again the next day or 2 days later.
Yeah, so that happened. And then we were starting to get a couple reports from Sean Ross Sapp specifically about backstage things going on. You want to break that down a little bit?
It's short is he reached out to his sources. This is all on Fightful Select. He had a lot of this up Sunday night.
Yeah, by the way, we've said this before, but Fightful Select.
Do yourself a favor, man.
Just get
Do
it.
it.
It's
Do
great.
it.
It's really fantastic.
So in short, Fightful spoke to one source that said Vince was laughing off the crowd reaction, and then another source says, no, that seemed like it might be a case where people are trying to blame Vince for stuff because they have their own agendas and don't want to be associated with something they got a bad reception.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently a lot of talent or other people backstage that Fightful spoke to considered it confusing, embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that was just reception backstage. Seeing the match, the general reaction to everything from the WWE Universe.
Yeah.
It was nearly universally dumped on.
Yeah.
It seemed like us and a handful of people were like, okay, well, this is the story they're telling. We get the story they're telling. It might not be satisfying as a one-night thing.
Yeah.
Wait and see how it plays out. That's kind of our attitude. It's like, okay, this is the story they're telling. It's different than how they normally approach their stories.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of hoping they'd address something, not obviously people's reaction to it last night, other than having a brief little recap. Like even just have a tweet from Seth. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Where he goes, yeah, I went too far last night. I'll see you on Raw next week. Just something.
I know.
Because by not addressing it, by not doing anything with it, it makes it seem like, okay, we're going to step back and maybe not follow through on the vision we had initially. That was my idea, at least.
Yeah, the show came off last night as I thought there was some good stuff going on, but all in all, it came off as a bit. And this is weird to say this about a television show, but sometimes the television show is indicative of the emotions and personality of Vince McMahon, or at least you can try to project that.
Yeah.
It felt self-conscious last night.
It did.
The show felt a bit on the self-conscious side.
A little bit.
Yeah, there was no Seth. And there was a recap of it, but they didn't even mention.
And that was late in the show.
And that was really late in the show. It was like I think it was right before the main event segment.
Yeah.
I kind of don't care about the Braun Strowman Tyson Fury
I don't care
stuff.
at all about that. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
It's going to happen in the show I'm not even going to watch.
Right, exactly. We're going to do a charity stream during the next Saudi Arabia show, so that's when that's going to take place.
That's on Halloween, so we'll dress up too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So I kind of just don't care about that.
If I wasn't going to watch the show, I can't really say I care much about it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. Even if it was like a Mania thing, it'd be just like.
whatever. Tyson Fury, I imagine like the reason he's doing it was like, hey, I mean, they've been saying he's a lifelong WWE fan. Wish fulfillment for him. He gets to step in that ring and have some fun.
It seemed like he was having a good time.
But like, what does it really do for Braun? He wins, so he beats.
The funny thing is, like, we've been saying that Braun is the Big Show, like, celebrity guy now.
I know.
And now everybody's cluing into it also. You check on Twitter and people are, oh, yeah, he's just sort of the Big Show now. Yeah.
But like, if he wins, all right, you beat a guy who, he's heavyweight. I mean, I'd be a hard time believing that Tyson Fury is going to come in here and take an L. But then if Braun loses to Tyson Fury, that's awful.
That's really bad.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. Either way, it's not good for Braun.
I really liked I liked everything in the women's division last night.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the Champions Showcase. Number one, I think it's a great idea. I love the Champions Showcase. They've done it twice now. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I thought last night was no exception. I really like that, and I hope they expand on it a bit more. Although they probably won't. The Becky Asuka stuff. You know, she said, I got a score to settle over here. Last time I hooked up with Asuka, I took the L.
I don't think she's ever beat her.
Yeah. And she said, so I have a score to settle. And so we've got, there was extra, there was extra meat to that particular matchup last night.
I hate to bring this up again. It's a Hogan Warrior situation. This is Becky's opportunity to make up for the loss, including that major one, the Rumble, when she tapped out.
Yeah. I would hesitate to use those names in comparison to two of my favorite performers right now.
Well, I mean,
do you hear Hogan wants one last match, man?
Of course he does. Jeez.
Yeah, but he confirmed it.
I don't feel like it's the first time he's confirmed it. He probably wants to win the title in this last match too.
Yeah, he does. Of course, he does. Both titles.
I don't mean directly anything related to the particular individuals.
I know what you're talking about.
It's the idea that you have a story where someone who lost in the past gets to a program with someone who beat him to get that win back.
Yeah. We got more missed last night. That was cool. And then they brought back in Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross to sort of. So I like that there was just a whole lot of stuff going on. And then we had the last woman standing match, which
that was a lot of fun.
I thought was terrific. Natalia got her ass whooped most of the match.
I know.
And then that spot at the end I thought was terrific.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really good spot. The big power bomb off the
still
stage.
kind of surprised that Natty win because. Lacey Evans could have used a pretty major win.
Yeah, I know.
This kind of feels like blow off.
Yeah, you think last woman standing in a high profile Raw match? That's got to be blow off,
like
right?
The ninth match.
But they have Natalia win. That is kind of weird.
It's weird.
That is oddball.
We had someone on Twitter, I forgot who, referred to the finish as a Mike Awesome spot.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's always great. Mike Awesome would just powerbomb people off anything, through anything. It was great.
Yeah, didn't he powerbomb like an ICP member off a bus once?
Yeah,
that sounds right. Or on a bus, and then the guy slid off.
Yes, that's what it was. And slid off. That's funny.
WCW would have been way cooler if they had him powerbomb off the bus.
Yeah, that's still pretty cool on top of the bus. And then
it was a rad spot. Mike Awesome was
oh man,
awesome.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
that match where he's just manhandling Spike Dudley over the place, toss him out of the ring.
Yeah,
that is next level crazy.
All sorts of stuff going on today though. The 2K20 My Career trailer dropped. Where they blatantly ripped off Rawgate, our storyline. So that's kind of irritating. But what are you gonna do?
Can't do much about it, man.
Can't do anything.
We didn't copyright. We didn't trademark any of that stuff.
No, man.
Maybe we should be on top of it.
You think so? Let's get some lawyers.
That sounds expensive.
So yeah, I don't know. Raw felt a bit. It like I said, it felt a bit self-conscious. Take that for what you will.
There was stuff to like, but all in all, I didn't feel like it was terribly consequential.
I'm very confused about my thoughts and emotions about Lashley Lana opening up the show with like almost a live cuckolding situation.
Yeah, it's definitely like they're finally Lashley has an opportunity to show some personality. He was pretty good last night.
He was really good last night. Here's the thing. I understand completely that I probably shouldn't like this. I should be like, no, I want like wrestling and stuff. But I find it endlessly amusing.
It's being carried by the personalities involved. Cause
yes, yeah.
Rusev's doing a fine job.
Yeah.
He's expressing frustration, exasperation.
All the emotions you would think.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Really well. And then when he goes into his fits of rage, it's good.
Yeah.
You got Orton and Corbin laughing at him. That's fine.
Come on, I know.
And you got Lashley,
the two biggest D-bags in the company.
Yeah, you got Lashley finally having an avenue by which to show some real personality.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was funny last night.
I know, man.
Is it bad? Yeah.
It's really. But here's the thing. This is what I've always said about wrestling. You could be good. You could be bad. Just don't be boring. And last night, opening the show after the most controversial finish where everybody's ready to tear into the WWE, they opened the show with that.
I know.
That's hilarious.
That takes some moxie.
It does. Maybe the show wasn't self-conscious. I don't know. Because he opened the show with
no,
that.
I kind of feel like that is. So let's do the thing most diametrically opposed to.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fiend.
You're overcompensating.
Overcompensating, For people are ready to dump on this particular spot. Let's not even address the elephant in the room until, right before the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And just barely at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway, show kicks off with a Rusev Lashley recap from the previous week. And then we go to the show open. And then that's more or less interrupted. They're going to have Orton versus Rusev kick off the show, but instead Orton and King Corbin are out there beating up Rusev.
Okay, so it didn't skip for me. That's literally how, we showed the ring, and they're already beating him down.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is neat. You're right in the action.
Yeah, it's
no
different.
entrances. You're right in the action.
Not worry about any pyro to kick off the show. None of that. You're just right into a beatdown.
Yeah.
Rusev eventually gets the upper hand. He does clear the ring, and that's when Bob Lashley shows up on the Titantron. And it's like, hey, Rusev, you see this robe? Look familiar. It's your robe, which means I must be in your house. Not just that, I'm in your bedroom.
The great thing is, it was so poetic the way you're saying, and if I'm in your house, I must be in your bedroom.
Oh, so good.
And if I'm in your bedroom, there must be a bed here.
This must be your bed. It looks so I mean, it's obviously a hotel room they dressed up to.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Wow, this looks really comfy. I should give this a try. So he takes off the bathrobe, slides into the cover. He says, well, if I'm in your bed, there's something missing. There's someone missing here. And he's cuddling up with a pillow.
Yeah. I'm so glad that they're able to show off some Lashley personality, because the dude does have it, regardless of what people think. He does have it. If you watch his last run in Impact, I'm sure plenty of his run in Impact, but I personally experienced his last run in Impact. He's great.
Yeah. Give him
so anyways, continue. You were doing a really good job.
So he's in bed. He's like, well, someone's missing if this is your bed. And it's your wife. And then walks Lana, and she's got a silk robe on, some lingerie underneath.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And so she takes the robe off, slides into bed. And then he's cuddling with her and talking trash to Rusev.
Yeah.
And then Lana proceeds to take her brassiere off.
Yeah. And then it's funny. Carlos V here in chat points out and this is not new, but it is funny still, especially in this situation, how Lana still has dropped her accent, except when she says Rusev.
I know. That's got to be direction.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then he proceeds to sort of basically. I mean, I know this whole thing has been a Rusev face turn after he came out initially, kind of, I guess, as a heel with Maria Kanellis that one week, but he says, this whole time, you should have been, instead of sending money to your family in need in Bulgaria, you should have been spending it on Lana.
You should have been spending your money on Lana.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they start snuggling. Lights go out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cut to Orton and Corbin. They're laughing at Rusev yet again.
Yeah.
Rusev, fit of rage, lays them out.
Stop laughing at me.
I know. Drives Randy into the ring post. Mashka kicks for both Baron and Randy.
Yeah.
Good crowd reaction, too. Rusev's great.
Who would have thought that Randy Orton and Baron Corbin, I mean, this is the pairing that, I didn't know that I needed.
I know.
But it's so great, because you know that these guys in real life are probably just D's, man. They're probably just D's.
I know.
And it's hilarious.
And, the timbre of their voices, they're similar enough. I imagine they can play off each other really well.
Yes. I need more of this. I didn't realize that Team Flair might be an all-time. I don't know who else is going to be on this team, but it might be an all-time team.
Potentially.
Just every D-bag.
Well, who else would there be?
I mean, who are the biggest jerks seemingly in the company?
I'm going to pull up the roster real quick.
Because those are the two number one guys.
Yeah. I mean, you could have AJ. Current character of AJ would fit in maybe with that.
He's too good. Even that, he's too good-natured. We need people who legitimately. Everybody actually seems really nice. And it's funny. I think that's something that Orton said on that Twitch stream. Is that he thinks that there's a lot less jerks in the locker room these days, and he really likes that. I think I read that.
Oh. Dolph. Dolph and Bob Roode, maybe. They'd fit in.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't buy Bob Roode as
I don't. Yeah, me neither.
As a jerk to that degree, but he might fit in.
I don't know,
his
man.
Character. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna be a hard time topping.
Yeah, really. Everybody else seems like they're
Corbin,
probably
Orton.
pretty nice. Those are the two guys who legitimately seem like they're, Anyways.
Legit jerks, maybe.
So, yeah, the Team Flair has its work cut out for itself. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You know, one thing I was thinking, though, when I was watching that segment, one reason perhaps, maybe, that Rusev is no longer in his own bed with his own wife, smashing, could be he's got a mess downstairs.
Oh,
Larson.
He cleaned it up top, but let it go
Exactly.
below the belt.
Speaking of which, before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Manscaped. Imagine this, Larson. Say Rusev was about to get down to business with Lana, but when she went downtown to his hog pen, she found a sloppy mess. No wonder she left him for Lashley.
Well, Steve, then Rusev needs to know about Manscaped because thanks to their line of man's own grooming products, messy doesn't have to be normal. Now, I'm aware of the dangers of taking harsh trimmers down to the front area to keep the man's zone clean. Trust me, I've experienced the horrible sensation of accidentally removing bits of ball skin while pruning my man bush.
Ouch.
But I'm here to tell you that Manscaped has completely changed the game.
That's correct, friendo. Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer with their Lawnmower 2.0, which has proprietary tech that keeps your ball skin safe from cuts and snags.
But that's not all. It's one thing to keep your man bits trimmed, but you want them smelling good too, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah, Manscaped has an anti-chafing deodorant and moisturizer called Crop Preserver that keeps your nether region smelling fresh.
And right now, friendos can get 20% off and free shipping and a free travel bag by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR. Use the right tools to keep your ball skin safe. Trust me, your balls will thank you.
As will your lover when he or she goes down to your fun zone and sees that it's as clean as a dream. No one likes messy junk. Again, get 20% off, free shipping, and a free travel bag by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR.
And thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw and your ball skin by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR. Something tells me Bobby Lashley is a Manscaped guy.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
After that, we had Last Woman Standing.
This was fun.
Lacey Evans versus Natalya. Yeah, I like that the majority of it took place outside the ring and involved an office chair.
Yeah, again, some clever spots.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Some stuff we hadn't seen before.
Kendo sticks, office chairs.
Trap someone in an office chair and kick them over. They can't get up.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Smart.
I have a question, though.
Okay.
So at one point, fairly early on, Natty puts Lacey in a sharpshooter. So she can't get to her feet. Yet the ref wasn't counting 10.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be a situation where obviously this person is unable to get to their feet on their own power? Therefore, the ref should be counting?
Wait, what was happening?
So Natty had Lacey Evans in a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And the ref wasn't doing a 10
No,
count.
because there's action going on. Remember that you're not counting 10. Every time you touch somebody, action resumes. And so the counting stops. That's a try. That's a
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
So, say there's a situation where, in this scenario, Lacey Evans puts Natalya through the announce table, puts some stuff on top of her, and then sits on top of it. And maybe there's some incidental contact between her foot and Natty's foot. Would the ref be counting then? I want to know, is there a delineation between what degree of contact could take place between the two competitors where the ref will and will not count?
Okay, so this is pure speculation, given that their rule book is essentially a zine.
It's a sketch pad.
Right. I would think that you are at that point, it's the same thing. That's basically pinning a person down. And I think with a last man standing or last woman standing match, you have to be clear of the person. You have to done so much damage that you doing this, you pinning them down isn't enough. You can't lay on somebody for 10 seconds. You have to back up, and whatever will be.
Seems awfully subjective.
Sure it is, yeah.
If it was like a situation where, say, it was Yokozuna versus Bret Hart, and Yokozuna does a move and just sits on Bret Hart for 20 seconds, like Yokozuna should win that. Bret can't get up.
Well, okay, I think the idea of the match is the last person who can stand.
But can't.
Right.
But it doesn't.
And
yes. No, I understand
if Yokozuna's on top of you, you can't, but it's only because he's on top of you. I mean, I take your point, but I kind of think that
that's because we've seen instances where there's been last man standing matches where someone hasn't been able to get up, not because they've been incapacitated, because stuff has been put on top of them.
They're buried on, yeah. And if you're just one more piece of flotsam that's on top of them, I get what you're saying, and that seems like it'd be a bit subjective, but I would think that if you want to be safe about it, just stay away from them. Let's see here. So, Lacey Evans comes out. First, she cuts a promo. What did she say? I don't remember what she said.
Oh, she had the garbage can.
She had the garbage can. Yeah, she had turned Natalya into a garbage can. I knew that because it was a garbage can that
had Natty's name on it. Yes.
But then Natalya came out, so that totally wasn't the case.
Well, I think she was using garbage can as metaphor for Natalya.
Oh. I thought she was trying to convince us that she had turned Natalya into a garbage can.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because that was the case. And at a certain point, she threw Natalya at Natalya.
Mm-hmm. Rawgate technology right there. Cloned
Natalya. This isn't 2K20.
But it's from Garbage Can Universe.
Garbage Can Universe. Where everybody obviously wears name tags to differentiate themselves.
Exactly. How am I supposed to know who that is?
He's just like another aluminum garbage can to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Natalya because your name's on the outside of your can.
Right.
Natty has the upper hand early. She's like beating up Lacey all over the place. And the aforementioned spot where Lacey's in the sharpshooter. Eventually, though, Lacey kicks Natalya, dumps her on her face. This is in the ring. This is like the first offense Lacey has got, and that almost won the match for her.
Yeah. I thought for a second I thought there was going to be like a 5-minute last woman standing match.
I know, because Natty's down there, and then she doesn't get up till the count of 8.
Mm-hmm.
But then she springs right into action, and commentary is justifying it by saying, well, maybe she was playing possum the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're down ringside. Lacey tosses Natalya into the barricade. Again, Natalya beats the count, and then Lacey kicks her back down. And then Lacey's acting like she's going to pull a table out from under the ring. And it's like, nah, puts it back. Maybe the idea is that she's a lady.
Yeah.
The lady doesn't resort to tables.
Yeah.
Ref starts counting. Natalya gets up. Lacey drives her into the ring steps. We're back from commercial. And Lacey's tossing Natalya into the timekeeper area. She gets a kendo stick, takes it Natalya a few times. Natalya gets up before the 10 count. Lacey tosses her in the ring steps. This part was great. So the Lacey gets an office chair, puts a kendo stick across Natalya's lap, essentially, trapping her in the chair, kicks over the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Ref starts counting.
Yeah.
Natalya frees herself in time. That was a really clever spot. I like that.
That was a good spot.
Lacey goes to hit her again with the kendo stick. Natalya gets it, takes it to Lacey. For a moment, however, Lacey gets the upper hand. Then she gets the second kendo stick, hits Natalya with it. Natalya rolls out of the ring. Lacey hits a neck breaker on the foot of the ramp. And then she goes and gets her garbage can with Natalya's name on it, tosses Natalya garbage can into Natalya, and there's all sorts of garbage and trash all over the floor.
There was like a whole burger in there.
Yeah, the banana peel, too.
Boy, who's going to waste a good burger like that?
Yeah, sounds good. Follows it with a moonsault off the barricade.
Yeah.
Not enough to win, though. They start going up the ramp a bit. Lacey hits the suplex, tosses her into the half pipe. That stage just isn't cutting it, man.
Nope. Although, this is the first time we got to see somebody slide down it.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was kind of fun. But
it's just so plain.
When you have SmackDown Live and they're just doing, Rawgate looking stuff.
It feels smaller.
It does.
I like the LEDs behind it because there was actually, like, when the club came out, there was words on it and stuff.
Yeah. But
just the actual Tron apparatus setup.
It's unimpressive.
Yeah.
I know. It makes Raw feel like the C show, man.
Yeah, no. Anyways, so they're brawling up by the announce table. Lacey puts Natalya on the table, hits the suplex. Table doesn't break, though. Natalya gets up before the count of 10. So Lacey tosses her into the stage. That's where Natalya slid down the half pipe. Tries to suplex her off. Natalya counters with a suplex of her own, and then power bombs Lacey off the stage through a table to get the win.
Yep.
It's a fun match.
Yeah, no, it was good. I especially like Vic Joseph having somebody screaming in his ear to get Jerry Lawler off the dang announce table platform thing.
Yeah.
Because they were going to do a thing, and somebody's probably like, that dude has literally died at commentary before. Get him away from the action. And Lawler wouldn't, he moved down one step, and you see Vic Joseph down there. Get down here. And he's not budging. How you doing, man? They had to freeze your arteries or something before. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wasn't that crazy? There was a dude like a EMT guy or some doctor there who like knew some revolutionary process for like
reviving somebody.
Lucky that guy was in the building.
Yeah, I know. After that, quick shot of Tyson Fury backstage with his family. Come back from commercial. We get an Alistair Black promo. He wants someone to pick a fight with him.
I want Raw is a battlefield,
testing ground, something like that.
Testing ground of battle, and I'm just gonna go out there and do it myself. I'm gonna pick a fight with somebody.
Yeah,
man. I hope just fucking do something with the guy.
I know he's really
I'm
good.
So tired of this pick a fight stuff.
He's really good. Next, Street Profits doing a promo. They hype the draft. Do some scouting reports.
So a grappling gamer here says, I don't get the Rusev being cucked out to Lashley angle. I'm curious about the payoff. I think we all know what the payoff's going to be. It's going to be a live sex show, three-way dance, triple threat. Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, yeah, Street Profits. They were hyping up the draft, doing some brief scouting reports.
Yeah, I don't know if Montez Ford forgot the order of the people, or if
he did Drake before
or if he
Buddy
didn't
Murphy.
See if there was no monitor there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It was all awkward and weird.
Yeah. Next, a Tyson Fury and Braun recap from SmackDown, followed by a Tyson Fury interview.
Yeah.
He said he's there. He wants an apology for Braun.
I want an apology from Braun.
He says he didn't initially want to fight, but if he doesn't get an apology,
I'll say have a good time.
He fight. He will.
Oh, my apology.
Next, War Raiders taking on Rudolph in a non-title bout. I give this match a lot of time.
They did. I thought it was a cool match.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
War Raiders had the upper hand early until Ray Rose on the apron. Dolph pulls him off.
Mm-hmm.
Rudolph gets some offense. Especially the early part of this match, this kind of the story was War Raiders would lump up Bob Roode or Dolph, and it was like they didn't almost know how to take it. There's that one spot, especially where Rowe hits Bob Roode with his knee, and Bob Roode like rolls out of the ring like he just got hit by a car.
Yeah. They're booking the War Raiders finally. I mean, they've always been booked strong, but it was always against chumps.
Yeah.
But man, they're going all in on the War Raiders, man.
Following that spot where Dolph pulls Rowe off the apron, your tag champs have the upper hand until Ray Rowe dodges a corner splash from Dolph, shoulder tackles Bob Roode, gets the hot tag to Hansen. He kind of takes control for a bit. Eventually, Rowe's back in. There's this great spot where Rudolph hit a spine buster zigzag combo. That was cool.
That was neat. Yeah, that was really cool.
Only gets a 2 count for him. Finish saw Ray Rowe avoid a glorious DDT. War Raiders hit Viking Experience for the win. As announced later on, they will have a title bout next week on Raw.
That's got to be like some sort of DQ finish. I'm not sure they're going to pull the trigger on that just yet. Maybe at the next pay-per-view Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry, Crown Jewel's the next pay-per-view.
Oh, they could do it there.
It's entirely possible.
That's possible.
Yes, I don't know.
It's the War Raiders winning their tag titles.
Well, I might get us War Raiders versus Revival at Survivor Series. That'd be neat.
Ooh, whoa. You're right. That could be awesome.
Because it seems like they're kind of teasing to a certain extent brand versus brand. They're kind of setting up Charlotte versus Becky. I don't know.
Although I was actually kind of surprised with that. I mean, I guess we can talk about it a little bit now. I was kind of surprised that they didn't sort of have Becky Charlotte implode a bit more than they did, because they really didn't implode. It was just Asuka and Kairi Sane used some pretty good heel moves. I thought they were going to set that up a bit more, but they're kind of teasing it like they're around each other.
Yeah, so, talking trash.
Trying
to act like they're going to work together, but
Charlotte's like, I'm the professional here.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Anyways, Larson, before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. It's apropos we're talking about all this Lashley, Rusev, Lana. How's it going to play out? Maybe some sort of three-way live sex show, perhaps. Well, maybe For Hims can help out with that, Larson, because, with age comes wisdom. But getting old could be a downer, especially in one area specifically. I'm talking about, of course, the front area.
40% of men struggle with ED by the age of 40, but why would guys turn to odd solutions, or worse yet, do nothing when treating their ED when they can turn to medicine and science? Of course, you go with medicine and science.
That's right. Well, we're here to tell you that thanks to science, ED can be optional. Forhims.com connects you with real doctors and FDA-approved products to treat your ED. We're talking prescription solutions backed by science.
It's hard, made easy. and it's totally confidential and completely discreet. Just answer a few questions about your medical history, and if approved by a doctor, hymns are shipped directly to your door. That means you can stop worrying about multiple in-person and awkward doctor visits or wasting time waiting in line at the pharmacy.
That's right. Try Hims today by starting out with a free online visit. Go to forhims.com/GIR5. That's FORHIMS.com/GIR and then the number 5. Forhims.com/GIR5. Prescription products are subject to doctor's approval and require an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate.
See website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went in person to the doctor's office or pharmacy. Remember, that's forhims.com/GIR5.
Really hope Rusev is listening to today's show, Larson.
I mean, it seems like
There's all sorts of products.
One of these options could help him.
Yeah.
Or
all,
both,
all,
yes.
All
Yes,
of them.
all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, after that, yeah, we had a Alistair Black promo. He's going to head down to the ring right now to see who wants to pick
A fight with me.
Where was his promo? What I do not remember.
It was in another dark room.
Oh, was it? Okay. Okay.
He had it like no shirt on though, so he's ready
Okay,
for
no, I
action.
do remember that. Okay.
So then we go to commercial. We come back. Singh brothers are in the ring. They're out there. One of the themes of the show was brought up was this was a showcase episode of Raw for people to showcase their skills to improve their draft stock.
Man, they kayfabed the network executives.
They did. They did that
Fox
too.
and USA during the Ricochet Apollo Crews match, especially.
And they did, yeah, earlier on too. Yeah,
They were saying, they're the Fox and USA, because Jerry Lawler was bringing it up. He was like, "Do you think the Fox and USA Network executives are going to be, battling it out over these superstars?" And like, of course, yeah, they want to make sure that brand. I think they even use the word brand supremacy or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe there's another tease for Survivor Series. Who knows?
maybe.
But I kind of like that. That was good.
No, that was cool. I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, the Singh brothers came out a little maybe ambiguous as to whether or not this is evidence that 205 might be on the chop. I don't know. Like they're there on Raw.
Well, they said they
mentioned they're from 205.
Yeah, so we came up here from 205 Live because they said we would be the first draft pick on Raw.
Right. Yeah.
So they're looking to get drafted off of 205
They're
Live.
looking to get off the Titanic.
Yeah,
man.
pretty much.
I don't know if you noticed this, but on Instagram, NXT's official account, they Instagrammed out a picture of Drew Gulick versus Leo Rush from this week. But some of the branding on it was purple. It was like 205 colors, but also kind of NXT
Interesting.
like
Aesthetic?
branding aesthetic. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Anyways, they say they came out here to pick a fight with Alistair to beat him, and then make the case that they should be the top draft pick for Raw. They called themselves the greatest tag team on 205 Live, I believe. Anyways, Alistair wasn't having any of it. He beat the heck out of the Singh brothers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, quickly.
He didn't even. Oh, and he used
A dragon sleeper, essentially.
Yeah, that was rad. That was awesome. And he
It's
had,
pretty
but he
cool.
had the arm hooked.
He had his hands locked behind him. Yeah.
That was rad.
Yeah, he hit Sumir with a black mass and then made Sunil tap with the dragon sleeper.
Yeah, let's get this dude into some real feuds, man. Let's get him out there doing stuff.
Agreed.
Tired of that room and picking a fight.
Yeah,
Over
man.
it.
It's been doing that for months
Yeah.
upon months.
Like, why didn't they give him the cool, like the AOP stuff? That stuff is so cool.
Yeah,
like,
I
give
know.
him some of that, something like that, you know?
I know.
Instead of just. It seems so. After everything was on NXT, that seems so unnatural.
I know. It is. I mean, like he had such mystique
Yeah, I know.
because he said so little.
That entrance attire, though, he had like a gold snake.
Yeah, that was great.
Raptor. That
He's
was
always had
awesome.
great vests.
Oh yeah, those have always
That
been
was top
tops.
notch, man.
Tops, man. Tops.
Yeah, yeah. No, they could be doing a whole heck of a lot more with Alistair. Not just in terms of lack of wrestling, but in terms of more interesting character stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. He could be super over.
Because he just seems like he's passive. He's waiting for someone to come pick a fight with him.
Yeah.
Well, like, why should I care? If he wants to fight, go out and fight somebody.
Yeah.
Take it to somebody.
Yeah.
Be proactive, Alistair, not reactive.
Yep.
Next guy, quick shot of Braun, like really over the top, pantomiming some conversation with somebody. It was like really over the top. It was like,
Yeah, that's
bad.
right.
It was bad.
Oh, production writer guys sitting there like,
Yeah. And then the interview, he was asked, "Are you going to apologize?" And Braun says, "I don't know, maybe. If he's cool, maybe. But if he comes into my ring and disrespects what I do, then hands." Next, a Brock, Kofi, Cain Velasquez recap from SmackDown, followed by a really good Rey Mysterio
man.
interview.
This
He's
was
been doing great work on the mic.
Probably the segment of the freaking night, man. God, this was so good. Mm-hmm. Whenever he busts out some Espanol, talks about mi familia. And then when, we all call him Cain Velázquez. He's Cain. I love that, man. Oh, man, this was so good. So, yeah, he talked about Dominic's not doing too good. He got brutalized by Brock Lesnar. But and then he did a better job selling Cain Velasquez better than Kane did coming out on Smackdown.
Yeah, man.
He really put him over big time.
Yeah, you said, so I was sitting in the hotel, the hospital with Dominic, and in walks Dominic's godfather, Kane.
Yeah.
And he says, who can I turn to essentially to avenge this beatdown other than my family? And yeah, he totally put over Kane.
Yeah.
He's saying like the 2-time UFC heavyweight champion, the man who beat Brock, and the only man on this planet that Brock Lesnar fears.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
Yeah.
He's been delivering some awesome promos of late, and this is probably the best of the bunch.
Yeah, this is whenever they got Dominic involved in a Rey Mysterio angle, it's going to be good. Who can forget the custody on a pole ladder match?
Epic stuff, man.
Really good. It was actually really good, though.
Yeah,
like when you go back and actually look at that stuff, it is obviously very silly, but holy crap, those guys took it so seriously, and it added so much to it. It was good stuff.
Yep.
Vicky was getting all involved and stuff. That was terrific.
Yep. Next, another AOP promo. This one was awesome, just like all the other ones.
Yeah, this is good, man. The writing on this is so solid. But yeah, they talked about the same kind of stuff. We grew up far away, but we had similar stories. And this one had more to do with, when you're trying to feed your family, you have to fight the other person for it. You have to scrap for it.
Sometimes you have to take what's theirs because you want it, essentially.
And we're not content with just feeding our families. We want to take away from your family.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, man.
Rudo.
After that, the OC taking on Lucha House Party. Obvious mismatch here. And while it was a fun match, Lucha House Party got plenty of offense in. Not surprisingly, the OCs picked up the win.
Yeah, yeah. This is just we gotta remind these people that it's not like the OC from like 6 months ago. I mean, it still kind of seems like it is, but
I mean, the OC just lost to War Raiders twice.
Yeah.
Finish saw AJ pinning Kalisto off abdominal forearm. After the match, Gallows and Anderson lay out Grand Metalik with a magic killer, and then they start taking the boots to Lindsay. AJ says, "All right, come over here. I'm gonna give him a Styles Clash."
I'm gonna give him a Styles Clash.
So he sits on the top rope. Gallows and Anderson bring him over. He gets a Styles Clash off the second rope.
Yeah, not gonna be on the first rope, but it's not gonna be on the top rope either. I think the second rope is a good middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's not too scary.
It's not too scary, but it's kind of scary.
A little bit scary.
It's a little bit scary. Keep your head up.
Yeah. Next, Miz TV with guests Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, and then Miz was hyping up the draft, saying you guys can end up on different brands or on the same brand.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand you're gonna end up
And then they were like talking trash to each other. It's like Becky said to Charlotte, "Hey, you're carrying the belt that I made famous. I made important."
Charlotte said, "But I made you famous. I swerved you.
Yeah.
I made you famous.
I'm the professional here.
Yeah. Well, because then he was talking about the championship show or champion showcase.
Yeah.
Becky was like, "I've got a score to settle with Asuka," and Charlotte was like, "I'm a professional."
Yeah. And they both stood up and held their belts up. And then Asuka and Kairi Sane came out the ramp and talked a bunch of trash in Japanese.
This
It was
was
wonderful.
great.
Did you
This
read?
was
Did you read any of the
awesome.
translation?
I did not.
I can't remember who, but one of them said, I think, kick the shit out of you.
She cursed.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
It's great.
Oh, I hope whoever said that was Kairi Sane.
That'd be great.
Man,
But it was great. They were speaking Japanese, laughing.
Yeah.
It was great.
And like Becky was up there, like they show him. Becky has like, she sort of like a polite smile on her face, like, "Oh, you're saying something, but I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna sit
you're
here."
saying something mean probably, but I just have to sit here and take it.
Right, exactly.
I don't know what it is.
I can't say anything back because I have no context.
Yeah, and so Becky calls out Asuka. Asuka and Kairi come down the ring. Brawl breaks out. Eventually, refs separate him. Come back from commercial. We have a match.
Yeah, and it was good, man. It was like I said, especially the Becky Asuka stuff, which is really fierce, and then Charlotte was really getting into it also. I thought this was just a really fun match.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to kind of do a thing if they're going to have Becky and Charlotte team up a bit more with the idea that. Remember when Rude and Dolph first got together? They kind of framed their partnership as just two singles guys who are a tag team, but they don't wrestle like a tag team.
Yeah.
There's no unity, no cohesion between them. They more or less go in there and wrestle as two singles guys. Mm-hmm. and don't worry about working together. That's since passed because we saw they had the zigzag spinebuster thing. If that's going to be the case with Becky and Charlotte, but it's going to go beyond that, where when they're in there, they want to show up the other person. They want to show, no, I'm the better of the two of us.
Yeah.
Because he kind of got a hint of that, where
bit,
Charlotte got that tag and then she just cleared house.
Yeah.
Even if it's not necessarily a spoken thing, on commentary's part. Just the idea that, Charlotte's in, she's going to go in there and just lay out everybody.
Yeah.
Becky gets that tag, she's going to want to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
At one point, Charlotte hits natural selection on Asuka. Asuka rolls out of the ring. Kyrie kind of tends to her. Charlotte lays them both out with a moonsault. Charlotte gets back in the ring, goes for some sort of slingshot type thing over the top rope to the outside. Asuka hits her with a knee. We come back from commercial. Becky's in there. She's in control until Kyrie hits her with a back fist, or as you like to call it.
What's that?
What do you call a back fist, mistakenly?
Oh, not mistakenly. Judas Effect.
Yeah. It's not Judas Effect.
Somebody else did a Judas Effect last night. Oh, Alistair Black. He hit a Judas Effect last night.
Yeah, he does a back elbow. So Kyrie's going the top rope, maybe for an insane elbow. Becky tosses her off, follows with a leg drop from the second rope, goes for the pin. Asuka breaks it up with a kick. And then Kyrie, this is an interesting finish, though. Kyrie chop blocks Charlotte and then rolls up Becky. Becky kicks out and puts Kyrie immediately in a disarmor. So rather than the ref checking on the potential submission finish the match, he goes over and checks on Charlotte on her knee.
Yeah. Well, she's the company's really big on her.
I understand that.
You got to make sure
the
that
match is still happening, though. It's interesting. So anyways, Austin comes over, spits mist Becky's face, allowing Kyrie an opportunity to roll Becky up for the win. And then after that, Charlotte, magically now her knee's fine. She lays out both Asuka and Kyrie, but then they turn the tables pretty quickly. And then Alexa and Nikki come out to make the save and clear the ring.
I read this on Twitter. First time Becky Lynch has been pinned on WWE TV in 17 months.
Wow.
Been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
That's something else, man.
Yeah, that was really terrific stuff, though. After that, we had a really good Apollo Crews interview. He said he's going to fight his good friend Ricochet.
I like they brought up the fact that these two guys are really good friends.
Me too. I thought that was good.
Saying it's nothing personal. It's just we got to improve our lot in the draft.
Yep, especially Apollo Crews. Especially him.
Yeah.
And in fact, I kind of wish that he would have won this. Ricochet doesn't need the win right now, man. He's hot in everything he does.
Yeah, I know.
Apollo Crews really needs a win.
Yeah, I know he does.
Yeah.
War Raiders promo where they're like, hey, we want tag titles now.
Yeah. They confirmed that they've been booked for a tag title match.
Yep. And then the Ricochet interview at Gorilla Position.
He confirmed they are friends.
Yeah, he's like, he's one of my best friends. It's nothing personal. We're just out here to show off what we can do.
I'd love these guys to be not in a tag team, but them in a faction.
Akira Tozawa and Moose.
Yeah.
The four of them.
Yeah. That'd be great.
That'd be
terrific.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
Just show people. I want to see people be friends.
I know.
It's so appealing.
Showcase the natural chemistry.
Right.
This group of friends actually has.
Yes.
Like I feel like at times we get a little bit of that with the OC. A little bit.
Yeah, but they also have to be a bit too in character.
I
also.
know.
Yeah.
I know. This was a really fun match. It wasn't very long.
Yeah. No, it was fun though. It was all high flying move for high flying move.
Yeah. Feat of athleticism matching feat of athleticism.
Yeah.
Ricochet. Excuse me, unsurprisingly. Ricochet unsurprisingly picked up the win with a recoil.
That's such a fun move.
It is. It's more or less a single leg code breaker.
Yeah, I know. It's great. But he's so light. Like when Jericho does it, it's somebody's throwing a big old heavy anchor on somebody. But with Ricochet, he climbs, he jumps up and scales them, puts their bang. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, he's amazing. He gets the win. And after that, we had a very brief Seth Fiend Hell in a Cell recap.
Yeah, it was very quick. And then everybody on Twitter was like, they buried it in the show. Which they totally did.
They totally did.
Yeah, they totally did.
I mean, that's an accurate statement, I think.
From Twitter. From wrestling Twitter. Yeah. And then, it was confirmed then Rudolph versus War Raiders for tag titles. And then we had a Tyson Fury interview where he's talking about apologizing and stuff.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ring. And then Braun comes to the ring, interrupts the interview.
Says, at first I was just having fun with you, and then I saw that look in your eye like you wanted to throw down, so I threw Dolph into you because of that.
Yeah.
And says that if you ever step foot in my ring, Tyson, I'll literally eat you for lunch.
Cannibalism confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was wearing your Christmas pants.
He was. I loved it.
Yeah.
And then Tyson says, no, if I got in here, I would knock you out. And then Braun says, well, we don't end matches here at the 10 count. You know, you got to get up sooner or something,
Like
essentially.
your slow, dumb 10 count.
Just like your last fight with Wilder. And then Tyson counters, well, I'm the heavyweight champion. When's the last time you won a heavyweight title?
Ooh,
that got Braun fuming.
Yeah, man.
They start fighting. The security that was circling the ring comes in, tries to break him up, can't. Tries to break him up, can't. Tries to break him up, can't.
Tyson's like punching people left and right.
Well, he wouldn't come close to punching anybody.
Well, some of those look pretty good. Some of those look pretty good.
A couple of them were.
There was one. Well, there was one that I noticed was like, oh my god, did that guy actually just get hit? He was getting pretty close to some of those guys. They were doing a good job selling it.
Well, they were doing a good job selling, but someone like he was just doing this.
Yeah, well, you know,
He's learning. I know.
I was watching it. So like my living room is all cleared out right now. So my 70-inch is like, you know, out of commission for right now until tomorrow. But I was in my office packing a bunch of those 5th anniversary shirts, and I had like my iPad up. So it was a very small view. So from that point of view, it looked great.
All right. So they have Braun kind of held up by security at ringside. Tyson's in the ring. Eventually, Tyson does the punch and clears the ring. Braun clears out security ringside. Back in the ring, they start to fight again, kind of. Locker room comes out, separates them. And it's a thing where they separate him for a bit, they go at it, separate him for a bit, go at it, separate for a bit, go at it. Eventually, Braun is escorted backstage. He does a gorilla interview, and he's hype. He's like, Tyson's a real tough son of a bitch, but he's going to get these hands. Are you going to apologize to him? No. In fact, and he storms back off towards the ring again. Brawl broken up.
We have 3 more minutes to fill.
I know. Brawl broken up.
Yeah. Who's this? Mr. McFluffins here in chat makes a good point. I mean, I might not be into this feud or whatever. I might not care about it, but he says Tyson was a great talker, didn't stumble his words like most athletes.
I know.
He did. He was very natural.
He was very comfortable.
Yeah, he was very comfortable. I mean, he's known for being a big talking guy and, you know, and very charismatic and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
you want to answer some questions?
would you like to look at the television?
First from Poke says, it's my birthday. Friendos, can I get a shout out? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Christian Womble, did SAC News say anything about the riot Sunday night?
There was no riots.
There's no riots.
That didn't happen.
No Wyatt riots.
Fake news.
Abraham Aquino was there live.
You chuckled at that.
What?
You chuckled at that. You said, no Wyatt riots.
Abraham was there live. Really felt like the B show. Yeah, I kind of felt like the B show watching it at home too.
Yeah. Well, they got the big celebrity thing going on in the main event.
Yeah.
So that makes it feel a little bit less like the B show.
John Williams, Fury should have pushed Devon and told him get a table. Works every time.
Yeah,
that's
there
cool
you go.
seeing Devon out there.
That was
Brian Jankowski says, confession, the invasion angle wasn't that bad.
Al contraire, Brian. It was pretty bad.
Zach Hughes says, love the thumbnail, guys. Lol.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Justin is sick. Says, am I the only one that wants to see Bailey in the Firefly Funhouse? Would be dope. Haven't considered it. Be interesting, I guess.
It would be interesting. Sean Lathrop, today I'm officially down 115 pounds.
Wow.
Thank you for always giving me entertainment and awkward laughter at the gym these last few years.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Sean.
congrats.
That's terrific. I got to hit up Sean and get some pointers. Nick C. says, this was my first, it was Nicholas Combs, I think. He said, this was my first 3-hour Raw in years, and I was exhausted. I'll also be at Smackdown this week, so Nick isn't stopping, man. He says, I can get you guys some shirts if you want. Too sweet, friendos. Well, too sweet to you, Nick. Thanks for the offer. Just go have fun, man. Don't worry about us. Go have fun. We met him in Vegas.
Yes, at Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
Yes.
terrific
Great,
guy. Real
great.
terrific fella.
Suplex Casey, are Bobby and Rusev going to be the Smash Bros?
Heck yeah, man. They're all gonna come together on this,
Exactly. DKC returns. Ray going to top Cena in the Going in Raw math now. Getting up there in the promo department, man.
Man, that promo is just so heartfelt.
That's great.
Whenever you say Familia, you got me. You got me hooked.
Shaq 462,
Shaq did-
Justice for Kofi.
By the way, new episode, thrilling basketball game on my Slow Wolfpack YouTube NBA 2K channel. Check it out. The link is on my Twitter at MFSteve here. It's really terrific.
I agree, though. Justice for Kofi.
Buzzer beater, maybe at the end.
I mean, it's kind of in the title, isn't it?
Let's see how many subs I got on that channel now. Oh, man, 1,116.
Oh, man, almost 1,200.
Terrific.
And that's the goal I want for you, Steve. 1,200 subs.
Yeah, man. It's great. Let's see here. We're on the Patreon right now. For $1, you can have your questions posted and maybe answered on the Patreon.
30-time European champion Dwayne Nix. Raw was pretty ass tonight, but besides that, since the draft is coming up, where do you like to see Ricochet land?
On the A show, SmackDown. Could you imagine him? Imagine his, excuse me, the entrance that they'd give him.
Oh, man.
That they'd give him with
Yeah,
that
man.
Raw gate
All the
thing.
lasers.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
Lightning, too.
AKA Billy, was that the most filler episode of Raw that's ever filled? No, man, dude, come on. You know what? No one can say anything about Raw these days, given where we were at the turn of the year. The Christmas and New Year's episode, granted, they're always crap. Mm-hmm. But where we were around that time, those 2 or 3 months or whatever, it was filler episode after filler episode after filler episode.
Yeah.
It was literally just 3 hours of boring.
Yeah.
Back in November, December, January, February. It was awful.
Yeah, it was not good.
So, look.
Still might not be great, but...
Was it great? No.
No.
But let's not forget where we came from.
Yeah. James Rodriguez, what happened after Lashley turned off the lights? Did Lana and him get it on while a whole camera crew watched?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got it. They earned their paycheck that day.
Mm-hmm. Wolfpack for life. Who will be making the on-screen picks for the draft? Bischoff and Heyman, Stephanie and Vince, one guy from each network that doesn't know anything about wrestling.
I don't think that. So last time they did a draft, I was thinking about this too. What would you prefer? So in 2016, there was no authority figures calling out the names, was there?
Yeah, there was. There's podium set up on the top of the stage.
With whom?
Shane and Steph.
Oh, that's Vince put them each in charge. You're right about that. Yeah. I would think it'd just be commentary this time.
Yeah, just announcing them.
Would you prefer that or Heyman Bischoff?
Commentary.
I prefer Heyman Bischoff.
I don't want Bischoff anywhere near it on my television screen.
Look, man.
Bischoff. Big strong boy. Where do you think the Rusev storyline is heading to? What's the answer, Steve?
I already said this, man. Triple threat.
A lot of smashing.
Live sex show.
A lot of smashing.
Yeah, man.
Thomas Dunnigan, did it feel like creative just gave up for tonight to Raw? Very bad timing to have such a poor pay-per-view after All Elite Wrestling has its first week of Dynamite. And Hell in a Cell's poor reception felt like it killed a lot of steam and morale after watching tonight. It definitely lessened, it seemed like, a lot of potential enthusiasm. Because I'll say, like, I didn't necessarily have a huge problem. I was huge on the ending of Hell in a Cell, but I didn't have a problem with it anyways. I understood, I think, hopefully, the story they're trying to tell, and I'm eager to see where it goes. But if it had gone the way that I think a lot of fans wanted to, Bray had won that title, there had been a lot of talk going into Raw last night.
Yeah.
Positively.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
As opposed to a lot of negative talk.
Oh, yeah. People were ready. They were willing and anxious to be down on Raw last night.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I get it. Like, you've got whatever you want to call it, negative momentum. You've got negative energy going into the show. People aren't going to be, they're going to be way less inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt and be open-minded about the show. So, I think that's where it's coming from. Let's see here. In the Discord, the businessman Maddie says, heard you wanted a long microphone. Yeah, what are we going to use that for? We're going to use that for the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrific looking
Bob Barker mic.
That's a great looking mic. Cody Miles says, he says, we're quoting, there's no wrestling tonight. You're forgetting about NWA. Yeah, that's right. I think that show that airs tonight.
It could be. I got a video to edit, unfortunately. Let's see here.
Adam Darwin. So when is Kyrie getting her Raw Women's title match? She pinned Becky.
That's true.
Which is how Charlotte got her match at Hell in a Cell. That's a
good question. Good question. Mm-hmm. Quixotica. Forced in a while, I noticed there was a lot of talk on Raw about quote-unquote brand supremacy, and they actually didn't shy away from talking about USA versus Fox and who would get the better superstars. Do you think that there could ever come a time where both networks are genuinely fighting or bidding on which wrestlers they will get? No. Not that directly, no. Brand X patron champion Sean McMahon. Says this is your Brand X champion, new King of Donk style. I was wondering, since WWE brought back the live sex celebration, what other famous in-ring non-wrestling action do you want back? Too sweet and a hearty handshake.
Not in-ring, non-wrestling action. Well, sometimes they've had like weddings inside the ring. That's one I really don't want to see back.
No.
I don't care about that.
More festivals of friendship.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Okay, Lord Ziffer says, less of a question, more of a comment, but I was there at Hell in a Cell, and the main event looked amazing. I love the red glow, total horror movie vibe, and while I do not agree with the decision, it was really cool to see in person.
Well, that's definitely an opinion that's not in the majority.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Did you see the Rob Observer had that extended Twitter thread and got a lot of traction about the finish to Hell in a Cell?
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, and then apparently after Raw, the Fiend attacked Cesaro last night. So that happened. I think I was on their .com. Let's see here. Butts says Alistair Black recently did a podcast where he explains that he wants to fight so someone can take him out of his misery. He did a podcast in character?
That's interesting.
That was weird. Let's see here. Jimmy Thomas says, what are you watching tonight? AEW Dark or NWA? AEW Dark looks good, man. They've got some good matches. Sorry, excuse me. They've got like what is it? Darby Allin versus oh man, it was like it's a terrific little lineup they got going.
Oh yeah. I think Darby Allin's taking on Jimmy Havoc on Wednesday.
That's on Wednesday to determine, I think, a new number one contender.
Yeah.
Let's see here. AEW. All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, the lineup for the AEW Dark looked really good.
That's weird. Why would it not be here? Let's try AEW Dark. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Darby Allin versus Chima.
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome. That's going to be good. SCU versus Jurassic Express. The Lucha Brothers versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
No, them 8-man tag.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So them against Private Party and Best Friends. Mm-hmm. And then is it a tag team match? Yeah, Britt Baker and Allie versus Penelope Ford and Bea Priestley. That's a good match. These are all good matches.
Yeah, those are solid matches, man.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Anyways. Devil Kazuya says Cody already gave away the results of the Darby Allin match. I don't care. That's a match. I don't care who wins that. That's a good match. I want to see.
Yeah, man. That's all about process, not results.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could probably guess who's going to win, but
Devil Kazuya said he literally tweeted out the winner.
Well, Cody's got a lot going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So anyway,
again, it's all about seeing the action, not necessarily the winner.
Yeah, for sure.
At least that's my mindset.
For Overrun today, we're going to do a frame by frame look at the 2K20 My Career trailer. That's what we're going to do today.
All right.
We're going to discuss this thievery, this theft.
Okay, I haven't seen
Rawgate technology.
I haven't seen this trailer yet, so this is going to be something else then, yeah.
Fair enough. Anyways. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. You guys can check out that episode of Overrun, that bonus episode. YouTube channel members, click the join button if you want to join up and then and catch all that bonus stuff. And then, of course, over on the Patreon, $5 a month gets you access to all of our bonus content. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to... Oh, wait, one more. Alto fans were already mad before Hell in a Cell. They moved everyone who purchased row J, left side of the ramp, over to the wall. Wow. Okay. So they're ready to go.
Already.
Sacramentans.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Ready to throw down. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.